You can do an experiment, and here's a great experiment, because probably for your entire life, when you get around douchebags, you either aggressively attack them, passive-aggressively attack them, or try to get out of their presence. So do a little experiment. The next time you get around a real douche, somebody who's like really fucking annoying, and the douche temperature is starting to turn up, you don't have to stay there forever, but look at them and look at their face, and you'll see lines in their face. And if you look at those lines, you'll realize this douchebag has suffered, just like you have suffered. This douchebag has suffered so much that they've created a massive defense mechanism called their personality, which makes everyone think they're a douchebag. The world they wander through is a world of faces looking at them with either like anxiety, sadness, a sense of claustrophobia, not wanting to be in their presence anymore. They're 40 or 50. It's not working. That the reaction the world is giving them isn't only making them more and more and more of a douchebag. So this is compassion. You recognize that this person has suffered. You don't have to stay in this way forever. I tried it the other night at a bar with somebody.
Passive hipster Buddhism by Duncan Trussell.
It lasted. I was able to do it for like, because this is like a guy I would never, ever, ever be around. Somebody brought him. He's like this like just lunky, weird dude. And he's like being just a pure defense mechanism dick. I've just gotten back from this meditation retreat. So I'm like, all right, okay. I'm going to see, I'm going to find something in this person that I can love, that I can connect to, that I know that this person is gotten this way because, you know, who knows what. Yeah. So I open myself up much more than I usually do in those situations. I didn't go take a leak, or I didn't just go to some other part of the bar. And you know what he starts doing, man? He starts like, after this like whole like weird dicky like alpha male thing, all of a sudden he starts pulling out his phone and he's like showing me pictures of his kids. And it's like not an annoying thing. He's like, his face is now lighting up and he loves his kids. And he's just, all of a sudden there's just this one moment where the douchebag has fallen away and there's a sweet person who loves his kids.
Dude, you should write Christmas movies.
Well, I just, yeah, it's an observer effect. You know the observer effect in quantum physics, where they say the observation affects the thing itself. Yeah. In that same way, like if you just start experimenting a little bit with shining compassion out into the world, then you might get things bouncing back that aren't these douchebags that you're so used to encountering. And you don't have to trick yourself into thinking like, I'm going to be fucking Gandhi or Ram Dass, or I'm always going to be in this state. Just try to maintain the state for a minute, then go back to being a dick. You know, maintain the state for 2 minutes. And if you can't do it, then start punishing the person or being weird or like talking shit to him or talking shit about him. But just try 2 minutes and see what happens. The effects are going to really amaze you, especially if your entire life you've only been dealing with people in a shitty way. I've had to revise my whole cut the vampire out of your life thing, man. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do it. I think it's love the vampire in your heart. I've got to revise it.
The problem is there's not enough time. And you know the real problem, the number one real problem is how the fuck did they get that way in the first place? And that's people are being raised by shitheads. So they're imprinting, they're copying the behavior of failures.
It's like Duncan said, you know, there's a deep rejection at the heart of somebody like that. I'm reminded of some people, some women I know who were sexually abused and then immediately put on a lot of weight right after, right?
It's protection, right?
It's protection, and it's also remove me from that whole dynamic with men. I got hurt in that, remove me from it, make me unattractive to them, right? So the guy who's being a dick, he's being a dick in a way because he can't stand to be rejected by you. So he has to be never accepted, right? And just like negate the whole issue. It's
no fun, man. When you compassion, if you get a kick out of like rejecting people, or if you get a kick out of like creating a us and them paradigm, it really is it's a problem, because suddenly when you like realize like, shit, man, this guy's just like me. You know, if I had been in his situation, I might have even been more of a dick than he is.